God talks to Jacob. And he says, oh, Jacob, you remember Jacob? You remember he was wrestling? We talked about it a couple weeks ago. He was wrestling with God. Y'all remember, don't let the lamp fool you? He was wrestling with God. Anybody ever had to have a wrestling match with God? It's hard to come out of a wrestling match with God without being at least a messed up hip. Jacob got his hip messed up, torn and knocked out of socket. But Jacob, God is talking to him now. He says, oh, Jacob. But you remember God changed his name? Changed his name to Israel? Yes. His name was Jacob, which was trickster. Trying to make it happen. When he opened his mouth, he might be telling the truth, he might not be telling the truth. But he's trying to make it happen. He wasn't trying to hurt nobody, just trying to make it happen, trying to provide for himself and his family. And he had to do some deceitful things. He tricked his blind daddy, him and his mama. They tricked his blind daddy to get that firstborn blessing that was supposed to go to his brother. He was known as a trickster. There's some folk in here that I'm looking at. I ain't gonna call your name Ricky Williams, but we used to run hard. We used to run, but God can change your name. God can change your name. God can turn it all around. He used to be a trickster, but God changed his name to Israel. But Israel just represents the church, the believers. And so literally what God is saying, oh, you believer, how can you say the Lord does not see your troubles? Oh, church, how can you say God ignores your rights? Sometimes we find ourselves in that place. And we wonder, God, do you even care, God? When I read your word, I have a right to be healed, God. God, when I read your word, God, I have a right to have joy that's unspeakable, God. God, when I read your word, God, I have a right to be able to declare no weapon formed against me shall prosper, God. But God, it seems as if weapons are prospering, God. It seems as if sicknesses are coming, God. It seems as if hardships are coming in my life. God, I got it right, God. You got it right, but you might not always get it right now. Might not always get it right now, but you got to know without a shadow of a doubt that if God said it, that's settled. That all I got to do is believe that God's going to come through. I'm talking to somebody that you've been going through some stuff and you've been wondering, God, why not me, God? Why can't I live that life, God? I keep telling people about that life. I keep telling people about being blessed. God, why does it seem that I'm not blessed? Can I tell you, you're blessed? And you're highly favored. God has been good to you. God has provided ways. All you got to do is look back over your life. Some of us in here should have been dead. Some of us in here, we wasn't out there. We were so good that we still here. God gave some grace and God showed some mercy, but we're blessed and